Hey everybody, welcome to the Live Nation Happy Hour. I am so thrilled to be joined by legendary artist, actress, humanitarian, and now the newest member of the wine game, the legendary queen of hip hop soul, Mary J. Blige. Welcome to the Happy Hour.
Thank you so much.
And first and foremost, I think we have to get it on, and from a happy hour perspective, do an early cheers, right? So cheers to Sun Goddess, and wow, I can't wait to learn more about it.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. So Mary, I got to think about back in the 90s when you're recording your first album with Puff Daddy in the studio. Did you ever imagine in 2020 we'd be sitting here talking about your wine?
Never in a million years would I've imagined this.
Where did it come from? Where was that spark? Did you drink wine for a long time and said, hey, I got to do this? Or, what was that moment?
Well, I've always been a wine drinker, a white wine drinker. Red wines I like, but white wines I love. And it's just something that it wasn't like a passion of mine. It's just, I love wine. And I was hanging out with, I was on tour with Maxwell about 3 years ago. And I was hanging out with him and all of his Italian friends. And one of them asked me, did I want to do a white wine while I was drinking white wine? And I said, absolutely, without even hesitation. And they were serious. Before you know it, I was on a plane on my way to Friuli, Italy, touched down, started tasting wines immediately, what I wanted my wine to taste like. I met Marco Fontanelle, who is the actual, my partner in this wine business. And we went to his property, which is the winery. It was amazing. And we just started tasting wines and then the next day it was about going to where the wines were made and where the bottles, where the bottles were made. And then the grapes, we went to the vineyards and, we got a chance to see the grapes, and he explained to me what grapes were what, and which grapes goes into this wine, which grape goes into that wine. I didn't even know that Pinot Grigio was a grape, It was just so much information. And, and it happened so fast because, the people in Friuli are so beautiful and just so warm. Marco and his family, from the day one that we arrived, it was just all love, love, love. And here we are today.
And that just said, hey, let me do business with them. Emblematic, very similar, and just the way your viewpoints were, right? From a hospitality love perspective, I'm sure. Yeah,
I only do things with love. I had a fragrance out maybe like 6-7 years ago, and that was done with love. It was, a lot of women coming up to me saying, oh, Mary, you smell good. You smell good. They always say I smell good because I always smell good, by the way. and the women were just going crazy. And I said, you know what? I have to do a fragrance because they appreciate it. And that was out of love. That's just out of love because I wanted women to, smell, like whatever they smelled on me, smell good like me. And so, I say all that to say, I don't just slap my name on things. I do them because I love to do them. And I love wine, and my female fans love wine, and my male fans love wine. People love wine.
I love wine. I love traveling to wine destinations.
Yeah.
And where did Sun Goddess come from? The name, the branding, where did it germinate from?
Well, the Sun Goddess, the name, my older sister gave the name to me because when we go to islands and we're hanging out in the sun, I can stand, I've loved the sun since I was a kid, and I can stand the sun a little longer than a lot of people. So my sister go, hey, Sun Goddess, I'm burning up out here. I can't take it anymore. So she's been calling me that. She'll call me, she'll say, yo, Sun Goddess, you hanging out today in the sun? Yes, I'm hanging out today in the sun. And so, that the name came from my sister, and I think it was important for me to compare the wine to the sun because it does change the mood like the sun. It warms you like the sun. It gives you like a nice blush in your skin, and it just changes. It just makes you happy, just like the sun. So,
sun is powerful.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and you're hanging out in those vineyards, and you're seeing really at the end of the day the sun and the earth colliding to create the Pinot Grigio grape that you're tasting now. Do you have any thoughts on extending the brand? Are you staying with the two labels that you've got thus far?
Oh, no, we are extending the wine. I mean, the brand, the name's the name, Sun Goddess, but we have a red wine coming soon.
Right.
we have a Prosecco coming soon, and during Christmas time and holiday time. But the red wine is like right around the corner, and it's amazing. Like it's so good. It's making me love red wine, and I'm not a lover of red wine, but this Sun Goddess red wine is crazy. It's delicious.
It is delicious. I'm enjoying the Pinot Grigio here.
Yeah. This is my favorite as well.
Spot on. And have you been pairing this with some amazing recipes, during this COVID time period where we're all cooking a little bit more at home?
I mean, I'm not cooking as much. I'm Grubhubbing, so I'm not in the kitchen a lot.
Right. Well, what's the most favorite thing that you paired with it for the fans out there that might say, hey, listen, you've had it with this and it tasted great. Anything standing out that they should look to pair it with?
Yeah, pasta and seafood and lamb, because I love lamb, so I put lamb with anything. And I love seafood, shrimp pasta, salads with like blue cheese and pears and butter lettuce and just, light, I think you could do it as light as you want, or is you make the choice. I don't want to do steak until I do the red wine, but I do the lamb because to me, lamb is a little lighter.
Yeah, no doubt. So when you think about what we're doing right now in this unfortunate time period, if you reflect on last year's all over the country at Live Nation amphitheaters, touring with Nas, what are those live moments like for you? And how have you thought about them now that you are in a little bit of an isolation standpoint? What is it going to be like for you to get back to live again?
Well, the live moments are the best moments. I mean, it's so sad that we don't have that anymore, for the moment, because the fans give so much to you when they love you, and you give so much back. They're coming to get from you, and you're receiving from them. And it's just, the energy is through the roof. It's you're crying, you're laughing, you're talking, you're celebrating, and you're giving them the energy that they need. And I just hate that we don't have it right now. It's a little depressing.
What's that moment going to be like for you when we get back at it? Is it going to be just through the roof, that energy level?
Yeah, when I get back on stage, it's going to be out of here. It's going to be, we're probably going to end up in the sky somewhere. It's going to be big.
That's awesome. And I look forward to being there with you. And when you think about your touring history, Maxwell, Nas, Jay-Z, any one tour that stands out that said, wow, if I can go back and relive that tour and the electricity, anything that you're like, wow, if I could have that one night back again?
I think that touring with all of those, all my friends, all my peers, Jay-Z, Nas, Maxwell, those are great artists, and they're great professional artists to be on the road with and to be on stage with, so it's just, it's just amazing. And what I would go back and do, I would go back and tour with them again, for either one of them at any moment.
For me, Hollywood Bowl, Jay-Z, and you, amazing. Like, take me back to that show. Man,
for me, that was my first time ever at the Hollywood Bowl. And to go there with Jay-Z, it was huge. It was big it was big inside of here. It was just really big. And it was a huge moment. It was huge, it's great.
Yeah. Legendary, no doubt. And how about music for you? This is a creative time period. Really, all of your albums speak to your life. You just put it out there, right? There's just chapters. I mean, listen, you and I are the same age, right? So my first exposure to your music was when I was in college DJing, and I got a crate of albums from the record club that I belonged to, and Real Love was in there. And the hip hop version with Blige blew me away. And when you think about creating music and now, where is it going to?
When I think about creating music now?
Yeah, now that you're like having this little reflection time period, what's this chapter going to be like?
I mean, this chapter is going to be like what we're living in, life still goes on. So relationships still happen, love still happens, life still happens. But we're all in this together. Like we're everybody, wealthy, rich, poor, everybody's, it's just like we're all in the same pot kind of. So we're all kind of experiencing the same thing. And what I think that we need is a hug. We need a big hug. We need something back, because we've been drained and exhausted of everything that, we believe was, real has been taken away. So, that's there too, the giving back to us. We got to give back to us. And just, just look at it realistically. Life is about ups and downs. And this is this pandemic and this quarantine, this was a huge valley. So what did you do in the valley? Did you pull yourself up in the valley, or did you did you continue to lay down in the valley? So what I did was I just did a lot of self evaluation, and just how to keep my mind from negative thinking, because negative thinking patterns keep you just negative. And so I just try to keep myself positive, keep my thoughts positive, keep my friends, my family, whoever's around, and, just try to do something, just stay positive, because it's real negative out here right now. It's really not, it's not cool.
Stay positive and busy, right?
Yeah.
Look what you're doing. Launching a wine label. Aren't you in the middle of production of Power Book 2 Ghost?
Yes. So we started, we're done with season 1.
Oh, you're done with season 1.
Yeah, we just finished season 1. We wrapped, and I was busy with that. Like, soon as the pandemic, like as soon as we were able to go back to work from out of the quarantine as much as we could, we went right back to work. And so that's been a ride. That's been amazing. That's been like a dream come true, because I'm a huge Power fan.
Yeah.
Huge Power fan. So to wake up and to actually be one of the characters in the Power universe is like, whoa, this is amazing. So thank you so much to Courtney and 50 for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, it's an amazing series, and I'm glad the spinoff occurred too, so the story can continue, right? Into season 2, you'll start filming at some point in time, because season 1 is so successful.
Yeah, we definitely have a season 2.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. We're talking about, giving back, and I'm sure there's a lot of individuals watching, probably a lot of, females thinking about seeing you CEO. What are anything that they could take away from what you've learned to say about the hustle, right? Like, what inspiring thoughts could you share with them?
Well, I'm going to say, like Jay-Z and I said, you can't knock the hustle. You can't knock anyone's hustle. Everyone has their own way of getting where they need to be, and they're going to get there in their own time. Don't rush. Take your time, because it's never too late. You're never too young. You're never too old. If you just got to have the courage to step out, find out, and do it. And that's what I've been doing. I can be totally afraid, but I will just step out afraid and find out that this was my purpose or my destiny. So that's all I've been doing. And I'll just say to the ladies, just love your, and I'm not going to say to people what to do, but I'm going to tell you what I've been doing, just really learning how to completely love myself. And that's going to take a lifetime. It's a process. It's a process to, not beat yourself up over every little thing, and, but do it. I have to do it in order to be able to have these different things happening in my life that are huge blessings, and continue to move forward. So that goes back to me thinking positive, not stinking thinking positive about myself, really. So I could think positive about everything else. So just try to think positive about yourself. When people don't believe in you, believe in yourself. Get some kind of spiritual guidance, meditate, pray. It's really the truth. And that's what I would say. And take, dial yourself, whatever you need to do, ladies. I'm just saying it from experience. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you from experience. I do whatever I need to do, whatever makes me feel good.
And you're a risk taker. Mm-hmm. Take some risks, right?
It's all about taking risks. If you don't take risks, you'll be stuck. and you have to take the chance on moving away. But I've taken a chance, and I do this every day, on moving away from the comfort zone, the thing that I'm so used to that makes me afraid, but I'm comfortable. So when it makes me afraid and I'm comfortable, I try to get away. When I'm too comfortable, I try to get away from it. And no matter how afraid I am, I still try to get away from it. And you got to get away from it so you can move to the new thing. Yeah. The new thing is the thing you're going to be like, oh, snap. Okay, I could do that. Okay, all right, I'm continue to do that. Okay, I can act. I'm going to continue to act. Oh, wow. I can write like this, whatever it is, just whatever it is. I don't want to say don't be afraid, because fear is real. But do it afraid. Do it afraid. Walk out afraid. Walk out on stage afraid. Do whatever you got to do, and you'll discover that it's your destiny, maybe.
Nervous energy is good energy.
Yeah, it is. As long as it's not negative energy, you're just nervous,
Yeah, excitement, right? There's a little bit of like, what's next? You don't know, but put forth the effort, and that's what you've done amazingly.
Yes, yeah, just keep your head up as high as you can keep it. Be lovable, be teachable, stay teachable, because if you're not teachable, you're going to be stuck. And so I just try to stay teachable and not stubborn and, stuck. I don't want to be stuck. I want to keep moving,
Let's talk about philanthropy for a minute, right? Giving back and breast cancer awareness. You've just done amazing things on this topic.
Thank you.
Can you just share a little bit of the story, the background, why is it so important to you, and where's it going to, where do you want it to be 5 years from now?
Well, it was important for me to be a part of the breast cancer awareness campaign with Black Women's Health Imperative, because number one, I'm a Black woman, and 40% of Black women will probably die from cancer than white women or Hispanic. And I had an aunt who passed from breast cancer. And I believe that if she was alive, right, I mean, if she had this information, she would be alive today. And the information is that mammogram can save your life. A mammogram is a big deal. And that's what the whole campaign was about, is letting women know, getting rid of the stigma that it's painful, or, don't be afraid to get, a lot of women are afraid that they're going to get diagnosed with cancer, that they have cancer. Yeah. So you can't tell people what to do. Again, I've been an example. I walked into the clinic. It's, and there's a video of it. And I've done this every year. Once I found out, once my body started talking, I started listening. And so, that's, I want to always help us women, period, take care of ourselves. And I can't do that by saying, you should do this and you should do that. I can only do it by them looking at me and saying, gosh, she's doing it. Look how she comes out of her trials. Look how she takes care of herself. Look how she thinks. Yes. And that's what it's about. So I'm about helping women be better, helping people, not just women, just whatever I can do to be a vessel or an example.
Well, you're a voice, right? You're a voice of your community. And if you can get one person to listen to you that gets notified early and they get the right treatment, they're survivors because of you.
Right. And being a celebrity, I always thought about this. I don't want to just use my platform to just be a celebrity. I want to use this I go through too much hell in public. So there's a reason. I need to come out, I need to come out of this hell so I can say, hey, you could do it too, So that's what I believe all this celebrity is for Mary J. Blige, because I've been doing this for women since 1991, since What's the 411. All my albums, all my whole journey has been about helping to save lives of women, or helping us to be confident. Even when I was I wasn't confident at all. My songs were helping women to finish college. And these are the stories that they tell me. Oh, Mary, the My Life album helped me finish college. And I'm like, really? The My Life album, I was ready to die. So look at how if you do it afraid and you push through, how you can help someone else's life. You know, you don't even know, because you're in such a dark place, you don't even know that you're a vessel or an example for someone else. It's weird. Because I didn't think.
And when you sing some of your songs live in your back catalog, when you're going through those moments, does that tug at you a different way when you're performing it now, 20 years later? What does that feel like to you?
You know, the gift, it's triumphant at the same time, but at the same time, I've been blessed with the gift to feel every pain and not gonna cry.
Yeah.
You know, although I'm triumphant, you know, I still feel the pain of a broken heart, because I've been brokenhearted recently, you know. But at the same time, when I'm done, I can say, wow, I got through that. I got through that. But I've been blessed with the gift to be able to relive everything on stage.
And so we got to get you back to live. You see, it all comes back to live.
Yes, we got to get back to live.
Right. So a few fun questions. Okay, take me back to the day that you got that cassette that you just burned out because you listened to it too much. What were you listening to back then as a kid growing up that you were like, man, this just changed my world?
Well, when I was a teenager, well, when I was 7, I think when I was 7, I listened to Reunited repeatedly by Peaches and Her. That was my song. But when I became a teenager, it was Keep On Moving by Soul to Soul. And that was the R&B that I was listening to. And the hip hop I was listening to when I got my hands on the Jungle Brothers, Straight Out the Jungle album. I couldn't let that go. And of course, every other hip hop album that came through. But it was something about the Jungle Brothers album that had me just like, man, this is crazy. So yeah, those are the songs.
Can we get New Jack Swing back again? Will it come back to relevancy? I love New Jack Swing.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, you have to put it out and try it. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Time's different. Music is different. I don't know.
First concert you went to, do you remember it?
Yes, the first concert I went to was the Albie Shore and New Edition reunion tour.
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, Ralph, Johnny?
All of them, and Albie Shore. It was just...
And Albie Shore.
It was... I couldn't even believe I was there.
I'm friends with Michael, and he reminded me that they were the first group to actually blend soul and rap together, like R&B and rap together. And I had to really take a thought about that, but, you know, Candy Girl and Telephone Man, right? Like,
yep.
That's early days.
Yep, New Edition. Yep. Yeah.
Favorite venue that you love to play at? Hometown crowd would be where? New York? New
York. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to just say New York is home, so that's a given. And New York is just, it's New York. They just show when you do right, and they really respect you and they cheer for you. You know, it's you know, yeah, it's New York.
New York, huh?
Yeah.
Any of the venues stand out?
Well, let me just say that New York is number one. LA, London, Chicago, Atlanta. Those are like the most lit, the most exciting. I mean, everywhere is always exciting, but these places just be like, it's just too much fun.
You're turning up for that show. You're just like, you know, the adrenaline's going to be there, the fans going to be there.
And the fans are going to be there, the peers are going to be there. It's just going to be so, you're just going to act up the whole night. You'll just be acting up on stage. It's good.
What's next for Mary J. Blige?
What's next? Well, Blue Butterfly is my production company, and we are on our way with that. We are, making film and content for the culture, and we have some amazing stuff coming. Amazing, like we're not playing, we're moving.
What kind of content are you planning out? Are you able to talk about it, or is it still under wraps?
Well, we have, you know, we have some more queen, we have some queen pin stuff coming. We have some family fun stuff coming. We have documentaries coming. We have some good stuff come, some good movies coming. We have got some stuff. That's all I can give you right now.
That's it. Hey, Mary J. Blige, it was wonderful hanging out with you for the Live Nation Happy Hour. If you want more information, check out livenation.com, maryjblige.com. And more importantly, if you want to order some of the Sun Goddess wine, go to wine.com and have it delivered right to your home. Thanks, and have an awesome rest of your day.